If you have a base model BMW G20 3 Series, chances are the back end looks like this. But in today's video, we're gonna bring you a no fluff DIY to show you how to make it look like this. Hey, this is Brian, that's Zach behind the camera. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and check us out at KiesMotorsports.com. Behind me is Zach's G20 330, and today we're going to be taking it from the base rear end to an M Sport bumper with an M Performance diffuser. In our last video, we completely transformed the front of the car and made it look unbelievable. Today, we're working on the rear bumper, and then in our next video, stay tuned because we're doing the side skirts. But without further ado, let's get back to the rear bumper. Now, the kits that we offer at KiesMotorsports.com come as complete conversion kits. It's not just a bumper. You get all the little grills and all the accessories to make the conversion possible. One thing that we are adding, so if you look down here, you'll see that there are two different style diffusers. It comes with this diffuser over here, but we are going to be adding the M Performance version. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that the bumpers and also these diffusers are painted. These come primed, and all you need to do is just take them to the body shop. What we do is we pull off the fuel door, and the tow hook cover, you can see that it's missing from the car over there. We give it to the body shop with the paint code, and they color match everything perfectly for us. So if you're looking to DIY this project, you can save a lot of money by following these steps. Now, one thing I do want to let you know is if you followed our video on the front, we did have to have two of the PDC sensors painted black. With the rear bumper, it's not like that because everything is still going to be the same color as the body. So let's get started by removing the old bumper, and then we'll show you how to install the new one. And then we'll show you how to install the diffuser. If you're here just for the diffuser video, we'll have a timestamp for you down below where you can jump ahead. Now, to do today's project, you do not need a lift at all. Most of the time when we do these, we don't even use a jack and jack stand. But if you want to get the car off the ground a little bit so you're not laying on the ground, you can always use ramps, jack and jack stand, or whatever you have available to you. And like I said, if you don't even have any of that, you can just lay on your back on a piece of cardboard and just slide right under the car. I'm just going to open the trunk because we are going to need to access some things over here, and I'm going to get the car off the ground more so you can see what's going on. All right, first thing we're going to do is we are going to release a 10 mil that's about right there, and a 10 mil that's right about there. So to do so, you just take this little trim piece, you're gonna pull straight up. There's two little tabs that go in there, and I'll show you once it's out. And then there's another clip around here and one up top. So that's what that looks like. So when you go to reinstall it, it's just the reverse order. You actually take this piece and you put it under the plastic and then pop it down, and then get these pins in place. So we'll take that off, and we'll take this one, put that over here. And if any of your clips fly off like that one did, all you need to do is just take it and just clip it back into that channel. Then you can remove this 10 mil on both sides. And once you've done that, we're gonna work on the bottom. Next, you're gonna need a 10 mil to remove all of these 10 mils around the perimeter of the bumper. So here we go. Now, for ease of seeing what we're doing, I am gonna just remove the rest of this thing. Now what we need to do is we need to release the bumper. This is actually the bumper, these little pieces right there, these little tabs, from the support piece. So just apply a little outward pressure. I like to use a little flathead screwdriver, just like that. Okay. Then once you've done that, we need to work on the sides. Now on the sides with your 10 mil, you can remove this screw and this screw on this side and then do the other side while you have the tool out. Then take your favorite T20 and remove the screw that holds the bumper to the body of the car. And then once you've done this side, you can hop over and do the other side. And we'll just go along here. Okay, once you've done that, pull the bumper out like that and do it on the other side. And just very carefully guide it away from the car. And once you get the bumper a little bit down, you can disconnect the PDC sensors right there. Now, while we're still in disassembly mode, we are going to remove this piece of plastic on the side, and we have a new one that is going to get installed. So these are cool, these are just 10 mils. Then there's a wire and a harness here. We're gonna pop this connection out so it doesn't get in our way. And then we're gonna unplug it. So just press on that tab and then press again. And you can just unplug that, just like so. And we're gonna set this out of the way. And there's another tab back here. So I'm just gonna pull this out. Okay. And there's one more down there. So, looks like everything is now free. Start to move it out. And then there's this little tab that holds it in place. So the reason they put that there is so that you can put it in, clip it, and then it holds it for you. So with that removed, we're gonna just put it on the ground over here for a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little screwdriver, and I'm just gonna take this piece off just like that. Then you can press these two pieces of plastic down, and then you slide it up. And then when you go to reinstall it, I'll show you on the new one, it just slides in and clips. So you just press those in with your fingers, and then this will come right out. So on the new one, you're gonna take it, line it up like that, and then it's gonna clip in. And then once you have it like this, you're good to go. This piece does not get reinstalled, and it is nice and secure. So with that, what you wanna do, make sure that this goes under your light. If you removed your light, it's not a big deal. But if you didn't, it's gonna be in your way depending on how you do it. So we're gonna set it up like that. Then we're gonna clip it in place. And then now it is a hands-free operation. Okay, then you can reinstall all these 10 mils. If you are using power tools, always make sure that you hand thread them on first. Okay, I'm gonna plug that in, clip that, and then you can reinstall all these little holders. Okay, just like that. Now that you're a pro, let's do the same thing on the other side. On the driver's side, there's an extra connection, so make sure that you disconnect that before proceeding. Now remember, you have that extra little module on this side of the car. So you need to take that off, transfer it over. It's just a 10 mil, so super easy, and you don't need any new tools. When you go to reinstall it, there are two tabs that go into these two tabs. It's like a light socket. Next thing that we need to do to prepare for our new bumper, we need to swap out this piece of plastic for our new one. So it's just held in with these plastic rivets. So just use a trim tool, pull out the middle, and then the whole thing should come just like that. So at this time, just remove the rest of them. Okay, then you're gonna pull it off like this. Be careful because it is plugged in. And you can press on the tab and unplug the middle one. Now what we're going to do is transfer over the electronics from this one to this one here. Typically this is for like your kick sensor, and I'm not sure where they put it on this car, but BMW also has that proximity sensor in the back of the car as well. So if you've tried the kick feature, and it doesn't work, this might be the sensor that's causing the issue. Okay, so just pop this up. There's a little tab that holds that in. Just be mindful of how everything is routed. Okay, so you have this one. And then you have this one. And this is going to slide in. BMW definitely made an enhancement to this on the G series. With the F series, they would use these little plastic rivets to rivet it in, and you couldn't remove them. So then this goes here. And then of course the routing is completely different. But just use your mind and make it how it makes sense to you. Okay, so that's clipped in there. Those are in that channel. And we'll just loop them around here. Perfect. And before I put this on, this looks horrendous. Look at that, it's like a brand new car. Okay, now we can get our new support piece here. Plug it in. I'm gonna get everything lined up. When you go to line it up, there's an alignment pin. So you'll see that there's 2 holes. The alignment pin goes in one, and then the rivet goes in the other one. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right, on the M Sport bumper, it has 2 additional holes. It doesn't include those new rivets, but you could always just throw a zip tie. We have some extras just laying around the shop. So I'm just gonna make sure that that is nice and secure. And there's this little clip on the back. Pop that on the tab, and then we are good here. We're ready to transfer over the PDC, and then we're ready to throw the bumper on. Okay, what you're gonna do now, just pull out your PDC sensors and just unclip them. To do so, I'll show you what's going on. They're going to be in a holder like this. You just pull up and pull down, and then it's gonna slide right out. So make sure that you have the lone PDC on your driver's side, and then the clip is going to go on your passenger side. So I'm gonna throw this bumper on our stand, and I'll show you how to install it. So then take your PDC. This is actually easier to do on the floor than it is freestanding like this. But you wanna make sure that you get them in, and make sure that everything clips, and then plug it in. Same thing here. Make sure that everything goes in all the way. Okay, so then you can just clip it into the clips. Now we are doing a conversion bumper, so sometimes the tabs won't line up right, but just take a zip tie and you can still secure it just in a little different location. All right, so now you want to grab an extra set of hands. Before you do anything, make sure that you plug that PDC back in. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take the bumper off. Then what you're gonna do, you wanna focus around getting it under the tail light, making sure everything is lined up. Make sure you're not pinching this weather stripping, and have an emphasis on this corner over here. So let's get that lined up. I'm pinching a little bit, so I'll move that, slide that in. Then you gotta get it up and over your clips. Then everything should snap in really nice. And already the bumper looks a million times better. Now in the wheel well, you need to make sure that your bumper goes over this plastic, and then the carpet goes on the front. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work out, okay? So you're gonna go like that, and then you can put your screws back in. Push that in. Get this started by hand. Then take your T20, feed it up there, and then you can install that. Okay, once you've done that, you're done with the tape, so you can remove this. You can see all the body lines line up great. The paint match was very good from the body shop, and the body line looks great. Way better than any stock Tesla.
Take that, Tesla owners.
Take that, Tesla owners. And then to change it up on you, I'm gonna put the T20 in first, since I still have it in my hand. Just gotta keep everybody guessing. And then this is already over that. Push it in, reinstall these. And once you do that, you can remove your tape on this side. Okay, then you can reinstall the 10 mils. I like to make sure that it's pushed back as I'm tightening it. Then do the same thing on the other side. And you'll take your reflector, just pop those in like that. And on the other side, same thing. So just to give you a sense of what it looks like with what it comes with. So it comes with this diffuser, and I'm not gonna fully install it, but it looks a million times better than the last bumper. These come gray in most cases. And what some people like to do is get these painted black. We aren't gonna use it, so we didn't do anything with it. So we did paint this one, however. So with this other one, it's a 2-part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this part. I'm going to clip it in here. This thing looks so cool. You can line it up. Another thing we had painted black was this little piece. This makes it look super nice. Look at that. The nicest Toho cover ever. But as you can see, look, let's just stand and admire our work here. It looks so good. Zach's grinning like crazy behind the camera right now. It looks so good, especially with these tips and all. So let's throw these in so we can get the full effect, and then we'll finish installing it. In there. I think it looks good. All right, I'm gonna put it up in the air, put the remaining 10 mils in, put the drip trays back in, then we can wipe it down and we're done. And then don't forget to clip the diffuser through the support brace, just like we removed it. Okay, and then you can continue. We're gonna put this little extra piece in there and just continue with the 10 mils. All right, so then with this, you slide it in, get that first clip, and slide it down, and then make sure that everything's fully secure. So as you can see, everything just lines up perfect. And these bumpers are also made of polypropylene, which is the exact material that BMW OEM bumpers are made of. However, they're significantly less expensive. I just bought, we'll talk while I'm doing this. I just bought an OEM F80 bumper for my F80, and it was like $1,400 just for the bumper. And it didn't include any grills or anything. So it's crazy. Okay, let me just close the trunk. Oh yeah, look at this thing. This looks amazing. So as you can see, the bumper, complete night and day. It looks absolutely incredible, and it doesn't really take all that much time to do, maybe an hour or so, especially if you have some help. And again, it's so funny because when you think about, oh, I'm gonna change my bumper, some people, unless they see the before and the after, they just don't understand why you would do it. But once you see this, and you know, if you wanted to do a carbon diffuser even, you could, but I really like the gloss black and the gray theme that Zach has going on, and I think it looks unbelievable. So once again, my name is Brian, that's Zach behind the camera. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you are interested in an M Sport conversion or other mods for your BMW, be sure to see the links in the description. If you like today's video, give us a like, make sure to subscribe, and check us out at KiesMotorsports.com, and stay tuned because next video, we're tackling the side skirts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.